This program is brought to you by FASTSIGNS of Durango. More than fast, more than signs. FASTSIGNS.
While Santa's helpers are busy getting ready for the big day, one helper is busy in his Durango workshop making old-fashioned wooden toys. But before you rush to order one, his toys aren't for sale. Longtime Durango resident Bill Bader donates all his toys to nonprofits for charity auctions and other fundraising activities all year long. Here's his story.
Well, I got into it as a lark when I retired, something to do. The guy that got me started was Bob Harrington. He's also my financial advisor, and he got to looking at him one day and said, you know, I need you to help me with my silent auction for Liberty School. He was the chairman of the board at the time. So he picked a couple toys out, we put them in the auction, they did really well, and that got me rolling. So then I let the word out a little bit, and Habitat, of course, has been my focus, even in the lumber business for the last 15, 20 years. It was a natural for me because I have so many former customers that have wood scraps and are always wanting something to do with them besides recycle them into the landfill. I try to do a lot of things with the kids in mind, like the train. The basic idea is out of that book, and then I've extrapolated into different things on my trains and made circus trains and everything else, but I use the basic plan. And some of the concepts that this Les Neufeld has in the book are just fabulous about using toys to teach. And I've shared some of that with some of the teachers that I've given this stuff to. So other things I get out of Wood Magazine, I get some plans from there. And sometimes I just see things that I want to do, like these little kids' toys. Tula and my son Paul and I have sort of developed these over the last few years. So I have a format. I'll make a dozen of those at a time. Ambulances and fire trucks and farm trucks. Those are kind of quick and easy to make, and they seem to do real well. They're also real solid. And I want them to last. They might get beat up a little bit, but made out of wood, they'll last a long time, and they're all repairable. I don't need a job again right this minute, so I don't want to get into selling them. I think that would take some of the joy I have in doing them. I get a lot of just a lot of fulfillment out of seeing them donated to a good cause and raising money. We raised this 2 weeks ago for Habitat. We raised about $1,500 with these toys. I just love it. I get my second childhood going, and when I get into a toy and get it done, I'm just real thrilled with it.
Bill Bader retired from managing local lumber yards about 6 years ago, and since then has made several hundred toys for family members and charity. If you'd like to see his work in person, drop by the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Train Museum, where 2 of his toy tankers are displayed with the Brennan Oil exhibit.